Ian, we finish here at Ochilview with a point against the league leaders. And there's almost a sense of what could have been. That maybe says a lot about your team spirit in terms of where we've came from in recent weeks.
Yeah, I think when you get a point, you always think you can get the win. But frankly, this is a very difficult venue against a really good side. I think we saw that tonight, the game, both teams going for it, toe to toe, end to end. We'd like to have not to have been so end to end, but it was, and kind of expected that. Same as the last game we played, Queen's Park, because of the way both teams play. So to come here on a Friday night with the conditions like this and to be 1-0 down with 20-25 minutes to go and get a point, we're happy.
Is this one of these games where the kind of quality of the Championship needs to be emphasised, because both teams were a high press, the tempo was like a cup tie from the first to the last minute, and a lot of quick control in amongst there, and you wondered that it was maybe going to be a mistake or a bit of genius that would settle it, but good advert.
Brilliant game. I thought it was really good, and I thought the Dundee game in the SPFL Cup was exactly the same. Top end of the Championship's got some really good teams and some really good players, and certainly not short of entertainment. That's a certainty. So full credit to both sets of players. I thought our players in the game showed desire, hunger that we've been talking about, resilience again. They scored a really good goal. We have to earn the penalty. We get a little bit of luck with the goalkeeper makes a good save, and then William follows up and scores. We had good performances all over the park, but I don't always like picking out players, but I thought Scott Brown tonight was outstanding. Real captain's performance, knew his role to the letter, got forward, defended. So all round, really happy with the players. We now must recover them really quick. We've got another huge game next Friday night.
Raith Rovers fans certainly agree with your analysis there, because Scott Brown won the Matchday app vote for man of the match by quite some distance, box to box, and it seemed that the exchanges in the middle of the park were key tonight. Yeah,
you don't get many midfielders like Scott. You know, you can pretty much do any job you ask him, and he'll do it to the best of his ability. You normally get a lot of midfielders now that just want to go forward. Scott recognises danger within the game. He knows when to play a pass. He knows when to kick it long. So really happy with him. He's been brilliant for us all season. He's now getting better and better just by experience of this division and of the players around about him who help him as well. He can't do it all himself. So you've got Brad Spencer and Scott complementing each other really well. We would like to have done a wee bit better in the final third, but it's always the hardest part of football, and that's why your ball players play in that area. I know how hard that is myself, because I wasn't the best at it. I left it to others, but overall delighted with the players. 13 games undefeated, including the cups. Really hard games we've had in the last 4 or 5. We now aim, as I said, to recover the boys, give them a couple of days off to rejuvenate themselves, come back, and we're going to really start to charge, I hope.
I felt that when we went that goal down, the kind of stewardship of the match was really intelligent from your team. They didn't panic, they didn't just rush to get the ball forward, and ultimately it was a key contribution for Ryan Nolan at the edge of the box that gets the penalty kick, and then I'm sure your heart was in your mouth when the keeper makes the save, but intelligent from Willie to follow it up.
Absolutely. I've been around long enough now, when you get a penalty not to get too excited. I've seen so many missed over the years, you hope more than anything else, and then you're straight back to business once it goes in, because at that point we felt we could push on and maybe get the winner, and we did have a couple of half opportunities. They had a couple of half opportunities as well, but overall I felt we deserved a point in the game. It certainly wasn't easy, it never is against Queen's Park, but I'm quite happy with that. We take it, we pack our stuff away and we move on.
One of the few games I've seen across my many years watching football where the physiotherapists come on at the end of the game looking to see who needs treatment for kind of dehydration, etc. Both teams, boys were on their knees at the end, weren't they?
Yeah, again, it goes back to how both teams play. If you don't have high energy and high tempo, then you don't play for ourselves, and you certainly don't play for Queen's Park. They're really good in the counter-attack. They've got plenty of pace. They've got intelligent footballers. We had to be on our game at the back to snuff them out in both halves. They had to be on their game as well to snuff our guys out. So, as we said at the start, there'll be really great entertainment for the Championship. We take the point. Disappointed to a certain extent, but overall, we can't complain.
Well done to you and your team tonight. We'll catch up with you through the week.
Thank you.